Steve Nicol, whose goal beat Rangers at Loftus Road earlier this season, is the substitute. And the buzz here is that Kenny Dalglish is on his way back. He was training alone here this morning. He might even be fit for the Milk Cup final next month against Everton. Queen's Park Rangers were able to restore Jeremy Charles to their side. He missed the midweek trip to Oman because of a groin injury. That's the only change from the side that beat Norwich last week. But in the same way that Liverpool have Dalglish on the way back, so Rangers have striker Clive Allen back in a reserve shirt this weekend after a long injury. The referee today is Don Shaw of Cheshire. So Rangers get us underway, attacking the goal to our right in the hoop shirts of blue and white. They won't want to dwell too long on their record here at Anfield. Since 1914, they've had 8 visits here. They've lost all 8. But they come here today honestly believing they have given themselves a chance with a reasonable tide, but now they've got to do a bit of defending as Robinson takes it up on the far side for Liverpool. Back to Phil Neal. Robinson again, and a goal kick. Robinson, who injured himself against Arsenal, scorer of 11 goals this season. Neal. Challenged again by Robinson. Panic away. Now it's with Kennedy. Challenged by Waddock. Hansen. And again, Waddock in very hard. That is going to be such a battle that the referee, I'm sure, will need to keep his eye on, and has given Liverpool the free kick. That really could be quite an explosive midfield battle between those two very competitive players, Graham Souness and Gary Waddock. Rush. Souness. Great shot, moving a lot in the air, and Hucker well behind it. Lee does strike such a good ball, and it was well played to him by Rush. Look at it moving, and Hucker getting well behind it. Lawrenson to Neal. Robinson touched down nicely into the path of Rush. Look at that pace again. And the shot, and the goal! This season. He's just this week signed a 4-year contract. Joe Fagan said just before the start, what a good bit of business that was, and Ian Rush has proved it to perfection. Good play by Robinson leading up to this, but then it's all Ian Rush, and a devastating shot beyond Hucker into the net. Liverpool 1, Queen's Park Rangers 0. Whelan. They just couldn't hold the pace of Ian Rush. And that has been the fate of many before Queen's Park Rangers this season. Lawrenson. Johnston. Now Stewart. Neal. Stainrod. That's a deep cross towards Stewart, and he'll get there before Neal, but Lee was there to help out. Gregory, and a throw. Neal, Lee, Stewart for Rangers, hemmed in by Johnston, helped out by Fillery. Some lovely one-touch football being played by both sides, and particularly by Liverpool. Lovely, controlled, aggressive and skillful football. As Kennedy takes it up again, and that's where the skill deserted him for a moment. It wasn't a good cross, and it's a goal kick. 10 minutes gone, Liverpool leading by a goal to nil. Steinrod and Hansen going for it. Looked like a handball. Again, a good advantage played by Don Shaw. Johnston with the shot, just over that Rangers crossbar. They mean business today, as usual. A really tremendous raking shot by Craig Johnston. And look how far out it was. Way outside the box. And just clearing the crossbar. And Rangers find Ian Stewart. And he finds that he can beat Phil Neal. Plenty of blue and white hoops up as well if you can get a sensible cross in. But he gets a corner. Rangers players now in and around that Liverpool penalty area. Steve Wicks up from the back again, as you can see. Steinrod played for Stewart. A little cross dinked in there, but Robinson only half getting it away. And Johnston likewise, but helped that time by Kennedy. Only rushes up and it'll be a throw. Stewart. Johnston. Robinson back for Souness, and now for Sammy Lee. And in the end it was a little too intricate, and Rangers were able to snap the door shut and find Gregory, who in turn gets it away for Steinrod. Now that's a good looking break by Steinrod. Gregory's waiting in the middle, has made a good break, and a fine piece of keeping by Grobbelaar from a really excellent cross-in by Steinrod. That was almost tailor-made for Jeremy Charles. Great run and cross by Steinrod here. And it was just tempting the keeper to come out, and Grobbelaar did that so well. Waiting again for Rush, but the pass was really giving Rush no chance of getting it back for the 1-2. Lee. Still Liverpool have possession, and still they come forward. Whelan this time. Very neatly beating the challenge of Waddock, finding Kennedy. Now Souness. Lee again available. When isn't he? Kennedy. In this time for Whelan, played in for Souness. And a brilliant save. No wonder he holds his head. And it might be the first time Hucker's played at Anfield. That was a marvellous save. As Souness came in, just tipping it away. Here's the corner. Johnston. Lee. Hansen. Oh, misunderstanding that time between Rush and Whelan. And Gregory gets it away, only as far as Souness. Free kick taken. Kennedy. Whelan. Here's Warren Neal for Rangers, wanting the ball played forward for Steinrod, who's got Charles up there as well, and Stewart, and now the red shirts have got to get back. Stewart again giving Neal a torrid time. Gregory, Fillery, and inside for Steinrod, but Grobbelaar read it well. It'll come for Stewart. I think Rush felt there was an infringement there, a bad tackle on the back of him. Oh, what a lovely ball by Fillery for Stewart, and a corner for Rangers in the last seconds of the first half. Again, Wicks has gone forward. Now Fennick has come up from the back as well. We're playing time added on. Stewart takes the corner, and Grobbelaar makes the catch. Half-time, and Ian Rush's goal, his 32nd of the season, is what separates the two sides. A really business-like performance so far by Liverpool. Some pretty good defending by Rangers, but as yet they really haven't embarrassed Liverpool in the Liverpool penalty area. So half-time here at Anfield, it's Liverpool 1, Queen's Park Rangers 0. Two men there who've been the scourge of Rangers this afternoon and might well want to be again as we look forward to the start of the second half. They've got every reason to smile. So Liverpool now start the second half. They attack the goal to the right, leading by 1-0. Phil Neal, and here's Rush. Lee to rather Souness, and now Kennedy, and Dawes, getting it back to Hucker. It's rather a hesitant start to the second half there by Rangers. They might have paid dearly for it. Stewart. Gregory, now Waddock. Some sensible one-time balls being played here simply by Rangers. They're not making a lot of progress. But they've got a free kick. So Rangers free kick, quite fillery with it. And finds Warren Neal on the far side. Now Jeremy Charles. Gary Waddock. Stainrod. And that was a poor last pass, but they've picked it up again with John Gregory. Now here's a bit of space for Stewart, and this might be interesting. Trying to get to that byline, gets it across well, and it was Lawrenson who turned it away for the corner. With Stainrod and Charles and Gregory all waiting in there. That was a wicked little bit of acceleration and a cross by Stewart. And now it's he who takes the corner. Plenty of signals, but no action. Now here is the corner. Deep one again. Grobbelaar just palming it on. Fenwick playing it back in. And it comes now to Fillery. Grobbelaar didn't know much about it. And the nearest Rangers have been to a goal, and now, well, no, they've got possession still. With Stewart once again. Looking once more to get to that byline, and Souness intent on stopping him. But he still gets it in, and Grobbelaar just grabbing it ahead of Jeremy Charles. Well, he's still causing problems, even to Graham Souness then. And a smile from the ebullient Bruce Grobbelaar. There was a bit of touch and go there once or twice as Grobbelaar palmed it away and Fenwick hit it back in, and it was the feet of Grobbelaar that kept it out. Kennedy. Robinson. Oh, that'll come off Fenwick to Sammy Lee. Rush trying to get it on for Robinson. 2-0. Well, it was a Rangers error in the first place, and Lee capitalised on it by Terry Fenwick, I think. And there was Fenwick, number 6, trying to get after Robinson, but the man had his sights on the goal, and there was no chance for Hucker. Really good work by Lee, pouncing on that error by Queen's Park Rangers, and finished off superbly by the man who now notches up his 12th goal of the season, Michael Robinson. was always going to be a tough old hill for Rangers to climb here. It's getting steeper by the minute. Touch for Souness. Oh, a lovely little ball by Souness for Rush. And off Wicks for the corner. Full of ball by Souness. His football brain was at 100 miles an hour at that moment, and it was a lovely little touch in. Good jump by Whelan. Here's Whelan again. Souness. Neil. Pitch again, back by Whelan for Neil, in for Souness. Back again, beautifully by Souness for Whelan. And now for Phil Neal. Just wide. Lovely play by Liverpool. And no doubt about it that Graham Souness, right at the centre of it all, giving it just that extra dimension that made it very hard. Here he is again. A lovely little ball back there for Whelan. An extra dimension that Rangers couldn't quite match, just wide. And now Rangers with John Gregory. Here's Ian Dawes coming forward. Stewart. Oh, the Liverpool defenders bumping into each other, but it was Kennedy who got it away only as far as Waddock. That's a good shot. There haven't been many of those, to be fair, in this game, but Waddock got on the end of that one, and it really wasn't any more than a foot or so too high. Fillery. Waddock. And Fillery. Cut out again by Lawrenson. This could be more danger now. A shot that's wide, and a goal kick for Queen's Park Rangers. Five minutes left. Well, Rush, a mistake again by Rangers. Johnston, and they couldn't quite get it together. This time Waddock away. It's fair to say that Rangers really haven't done themselves justice either. They appear to be a side overawed by the Anfield occasion. Now, there's a great... Oh, and it almost looked as though it was there from Phil Neal. I think he handled it the second time in. But what a run it was. The smile from Peter Hucker. But it was a great run in by Phil Neal. The ball played here by Robinson. And what a run by Neal. Great save, and a little punch there, as we saw from Phil Neal. Well, while we were looking at that excitement, there was a quick signal. Stephen Burke came on as a substitute, and Mike Fillery has gone off. Stainrod. Stainrod again from Neal, but yet again Liverpool hold them up and then start the run forward with Mark Lawrenson. Look at this. And here's Robinson with Rush waiting in the middle, the pace of it all again, and a penalty. Waddock bringing down Robinson. Defence turned brilliantly into attack. The pace of it all was beyond Rangers. The ball played out there. Robinson threatening that goal, brought down, and a penalty which Phil Neal will take. The week in which he celebrated his 33rd birthday but lost his place in the England squad could end with a certain satisfaction if he can beat Peter Hucker and make it 3-0. Oh, and he hasn't. Dawes has got it away. One of Phil Neal's better penalties, to be sure, and Hucker on his first appearance at Anfield can say we lost, but I saved a penalty. Souness, Kennedy. No wonder they're singing Liverpool Liverpool's praises yet again around the terraces. A very dominant performance. What more can you say other than they thoroughly deserve to win? That second half goal by Michael Robinson to add to the one in the first half by Ian Rush. And they could even afford that missed penalty at the end. A final score then here at Anfield. Liverpool 2, Queen's Park Rangers 0.